Hello everyone. Happy Friday. It's Friday, May the 3rd, 2024, and it is so good to see you all today here for another Friday YouTube Live. Today we're going to be having some fun creating a scene card and coloring with Olo markers. So good to see all of you. Let me see. Oh my gosh, so many. Oh, good. Nikki said she got a card. Yay! Awesome. Hi, Susie. Hi, Neenah. Let's see. Hello, Spark Searcher. Donna's here. Diana, Colleen. So good to see so many of you here today. Oh, my goodness. Yay! So I did a little poll last week and I asked, what would you guys like to see in future videos? And I gave some suggestions and then I asked for your suggestions as well. And I'm going to try to start hitting on some of those. One of the things was, should I color some more? And there was a lot of response to that. And then a request in the comments, both on Instagram and YouTube and all of the places, was for more scene cards, which are something that are near and dear to my heart. So I was thrilled to be able to kind of throw something together today. I'm really excited about. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Heidi. Vivian and Kate. Oh my goodness. Hi, Vicky. Yes. So, super excited. I pre-planned it in my head, but I didn't make it ahead of time. Sometimes I like to make one ahead of time. Sometimes I kind of like to just pre-plan it and then do the whole card live, which is what I think we're going to do today. Well, we're going to have to because I didn't make it ahead of time. Hi, Debbie. Oh, hi, Doreen. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Lori and Amy. So fun. So, I know I'm going to get this question. I showed, was that last week? I saw Colleen is here because she did send me a great little note, which I did leave in the other room. Fantastic. I printed it out and everything. The turntable I'm using to store my Olo markers is linked. It's linked to Target down below. So the exact one I'm using is linked down there if you're interested at all, because that is, I showed it in my Instagram story. It is a little turntable. I just store it right underneath. My work desk has a shelf underneath, but it would also fit on the Billy bookshelves or the Calyx, is that how you say it? Units from IKEA. I hope I said that right. I love it because it's small and compact. So it is linked for you. If you, I don't know how it looks on that screen. I suppose I could run over here and look really quick and I could tell you exactly how it looks when you're actually watching live. I hope it looks the same. Yes, if you go over right underneath the video, like our chat should be along the right side, it should show you that. So there should be a link right to it. Okay. Nicola is here from Germany. Awesome. And good morning from Hawaii. Noreen says, I wish I was in Hawaii. I really do. Hi, Judy. Oh, good. Perfect timing. Awesome. So a couple things. Please remember, like the video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy the video. I see several of you, or quite a few of you, have already. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't already. And let's flip the camera around and talk about what we're going to create today. Oh, thank you, Susie. Let's see. Let me fix, I know it's a little bit blurry, but I can fix that real fast. Okay. Oh, yes. So you can kind of see I did play around a little bit. We're going to create that live. So let's move that out of the way. I wanted to play with this new Celebrating You stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. This is from their latest release. And I love the little critters in it. They are absolutely darling. So we are doing one of my all-time favorite things to do when card making today, and that is combining and mixing and matching among multiple companies. So we're going to use the cute little dragon with the present for our card. This is from Simon Says Stamp. Then I went to my stash. I wondered, what kind of background do I have that I can use with my dragon? Well, I have the Mama Elephant Midnight cover. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so stinking cute. I don't think I've used this in like a year. And so wouldn't this be darling paired with our little dragon to make kind of a magical nighttime scene card? So I've die cut my panel here from some smooth white cardstock. We're going to add color to it with our markers. And then there's a moon and clouds. I did and stars, but I didn't die cut the stars. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. Heidi was trying to fix the blur. I actually did blur out the background on purpose. I've been trying to figure that out forever, and I finally figured it out. Only when the camera's on me, though. Not when we're creating. We don't want to blur. So I've got some white clouds, and then I have these beautiful, this is pearlescent vellum from Fawn. I love pearlescent vellum, and I love that for clouds. So I've got those. And then I did die cut the moon. We'll add color to that as well. We have another piece of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. So we can do our fun rainbow technique on that. And then I did pull my favorite Rolling Clouds stencil from My Favorite Things. I've talked about this before. My cloud stencils, my favorite changes from, you know, week to week, but I love using cloud stencils. So we're going to use this one today. And then I thought it would be fun. I've shown this, but it has been a few years since I've done something similar. In order to create this rainbow, we're going to just use a regular curvy edge. And this could be from anything. This is the My Favorite Things Drifts and Hills, but Fawn has the simple hillside borders, anything like that. Anything kind of with a curvy edge, you can make your own rainbow. And I think that is invaluable. You don't have to have a rainbow stencil to create a rainbow design. Oh, thank you so much. Shari says, look at you with the fancy blur. Haha, yeah. I know. Okay, and here's the funny thing. Now there won't be a blur because we're going to switch back and I took that off. But I found it on accident, as most things happen. But yes, I found it on accident, but I was thrilled because I can do it really easy. And I think oops, that's not right. That's a weird light. And it instantly blurs it out and it puts the focus on you, which I think is really great. So yay! But not great when we're creating, right? Okay, I'm going to take that off now. So let's start by building our rainbow background first, and then, well, actually, let's start by building this panel first. We're going to do our clouds and all of that good stuff here. All right. Oh, and I guess I should mention what I was talking about, huh? We're going to go back to the front-facing camera really quick. This is the turntable that I was talking about that I keep my markers in. Now I have 2 of them because I have a few more than this, and then a few more coming out. But this little turntable has 5 sections in it, and the exact one I'm using is linked, but it is $15, I think, from Target, and I love it. So it's super handy. All right. Beatrice says, is this graduation weekend? No, next weekend is graduation weekend. In fact, if anybody is going to Simon Says to Create and is wondering why I am not there, it is because that's graduation weekend for my son. All right. I'm just going to move this little glass mat today. I covered up my large one because of the glare, but I see we're going to have glare anyway. Awesome. Okay. Does it fit your full set? No, it doesn't. I would need 2 of them. And also you would, if you put them end to end, like 2 coordinating, I have the chisel and the brush, but if you put 2 colors together, like you put the 6 and the 7 and just the brushes, which I am going to do, I need to sit down this weekend and do that, then you can fit quite a few more in just one of these. I don't really use the chisel all that often, so I'm going to take all my chisels off and just store them and then do it this way. Anything to take up less room. Let's see. Oh, yay, Barbara, love that rainbow. Thank you so much. Okay, let's just build our background first. I have pulled some Sky, Night, and Dusk inks. Grab my blending brush. And we're going to, let's go in with some Sky first. And I'm just literally going to ink the whole thing. We're going to go around this opening with Sky, which is going to be our lightest color. I really love building my own color. And sometimes I like using and starting with a solid color or colored cardstock, but I also really love making my own. Shari, I'm sad that I'm not going to be there either. But gotta do what you gotta do, right? This is my baby, you guys. I can't hardly believe it. Okay, let's go in with a little dusk. Yay! Jennifer said that her Olos fit in it. That's awesome. Okay. Let me fix my camera. Wonky camera and me, not friends. There we go. Can you put the refill on the other side? The other side of what? Refills for Olo markers? Oh, maybe I missed part of Debbie's question. Let me scroll back. Hold, please. No, maybe not. Debbie, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. If you could put, do you mean for Olos? Because Olos, you actually just replace the marker. You don't refill them. Oh, perfect. Colleen says she has room for all of the colors since she has them end to end, which is basically just 2 different colors. Yeah, I'm going to do that this weekend. Oh, Danielle is sneaking in while working. I love it. We're just going to build up the color here. Like so. So I started with Sky. Now we're going to use a little Dusk. This is a newer trio of colors from Simon Says Stamp. I love these. They're kind of coming out with more of what I would call the jewel tones. A little less bright. And I'm here for it. I like that they're filling in some of those gaps in the colors. Hello, Tiffany. Old markers. Debbie, I'm not exactly sure what you mean. Sorry. Oh, put the refill on the other side of the marker is what Lori's saying. If that's what you're asking, yes. Absolutely. All right. Let's go around the edges with a little night color. Colleen wants to know if Lori can spill any tea on when the fine tip Olos might. I'll let Lori answer that. And if I see it, I'll pop it up on the screen. Now I'm just going to go around the very outside edge with my night color to deepen and darken that. Basically playing with ink. Is there anything better than being all inky? I don't know. I love it. Yes. Okay, Debbie, I got you. She says, put the Olo refill on the other side. Yes, you certainly can. That's a great idea. I'm going to pop that up there. Oh, thank you, Molly. Okay. Let me do a quick little cleanup of this. And I'm going to let this sit before we add our clouds. I am going to let this sit and dry for just a little bit. I also realized I forgot to get out my paper pouncer, but we'll do that in a bit. So now we are going to take the background panel that I've trimmed down, and we're going to take this cover really quick and just lay it in place. And what I like to do so that I make sure and get my rainbowed area correct, I am going to just take a pencil and trace that little circle. You'll never see it once we get all of our inking done. And then what we're going to do is, there it is, it's right here. Do you have a big party? I haven't made a card for him yet, Tiffany. He just wants a small party, so we're just having a family, all of the family coming over, things like that. Olos are alcohol markers, and oh, Vivian says these blues are perfect. Lori is saying for the fine tip for the markers soon, but that's all she can really say. So I'm going to go in now with a little bit of sky, and I'm just going to kind of gently go here. Let's see. How am I going to do this? Yeah. I'm just going to kind of add a little bit of blue to this half or this area. I'm not going to worry about going outside the line or anything like that. I'm just going to get a little color here. That's good. And I went pretty soft with my application. Now, what I think works really good, we're going to use these smaller brushes. I like a curved edge. Just kind of a gently curved edge. Like this one's a little too wonky for this area especially. But I think this, or even that, I kind of like it better like this. Flip it whichever way works best for you. How do I want it? Oh yeah, I like it like this. So I am going to position this where it slightly overlaps where I've done the blue ink. And I have got my watermelon color. We're going to do a 5-ray rainbow. And we're just going to start building that color. You'll notice that I am inking mostly on my stencil and then pulling that color over onto my cardstock. That is so that I don't get too much color into the area here on the background. And then I'm going to go ahead and wipe this. Sherry, will the turntable hold all of the Olos plus the new ones coming? No, not if, I think you would need 2 of them, but I think Colleen said if you put 2 colors end to end, they will all fit in one. I have 2 of them for mine, but the other one is not even close to being full. So next we're going to take, let me move this real quick, cantaloupe. And we are going, same edge, we don't want to switch our edge at all. We're going to move it just a little bit so it's still overlapping. And we're going to start applying the cantaloupe color. And again, starting on the stencil and pulling that color off onto the cardstock. way more color gets onto the cardstock than you think. And out here on this end, I do tend to pull the color out just a little bit more, which you'll see when I pull this off. That's looking pretty good. All right. Anne asks how Olos are different than Copics. They are an alcohol ink marker. You can use them with Copics if you want to. They are just a different brand, and I like how they work. I like that there's no refilling, and I just really like them. There's a lot more technical to it, but I am not great at answering all of that. Okay, next, I cleaned my stencil again. We're going to go in with Sunbeam. I am keeping this end pretty close, so it's almost creating a V shape. And then we're going to stencil down this way. The key with this is just taking your time, basically. Hi, Dawn. All right. And making sure you clean your stencil each time, so you're not kind of cross-contaminating. You want that beautiful blend, but you want to kind of keep it clean. And we're going to move it down again just a little bit. And when we add the Dublin color, almost gives us the green blue, the green light blue transition, which I like. So let's see. Yvonne, yes, the turntable should be linked. It will be linked kind of as a product. So it won't be like in the description. There will be a box right underneath the video. And this is the Dublin color. I think I said that. If not, it's Dublin. And we're just going to add that pretty little greenish blue rainbow ray. Marcy said that's what her kids wanted too. I'm kind of glad, really, that it's going to be nice and calm. I made the joke that I had PTSD from my daughters. It was not relaxing. That's all I'll say about that. Even she agrees. Okay. Yes, and you know what? Thank you, Lori. Anne, I will link when we're finished to the live that Lori and I did, where Lori came on and talked all about Olos. I will link to that. It was December of 2022, but it will be in the description once we're done being live. I'll make sure and link that below. So thank you so much for asking. And thank you, Lori, for mentioning it. And now we're going to go in with a little lilac. Same thing. I'm just going to start basically on my stencil. It feels like you're inking your stencil. And we're going to pull that final rainbow ray down. I didn't even think to add that. That would have been smart to do ahead of time, adding that link to that video. Darn it. Oh, that looks good. Okay, but we still have some work to do to get this to be super pretty. Oh, good. It popped up right above your chat window. Yeah, you have to click the shop button next to the share button to see the turntable. Spark Searcher says, thank you. I couldn't remember exactly what all you had to do there. All right, I cleaned that edge one last time. For the bottom part of this, we're going to go ahead and go in and do that same blue color. So I'm just going to go kind of like this to fill in the rest of that area. Now, I'm going to move all of these colors out of the way because I don't need those again right at the moment. I want it to be a little bit darker around the edges. Let's go with dusk first. Oh, thank you, Melissa. So we're going to ink up our brush, and we're just going to, I'm going to lightly start this and start building up the color. And I'm kind of just following that little pencil line, which is going to start disappearing. Remember, it's only the opening that we're going to see, but I want this to kind of blend into, if you will, the rainbow of our night sky. And I'm just going to gently build up that color. Let's see. And you can even, let's say you don't have a stencil with a curvy edge like this, you can even just cut your own out of a piece of paper. And then you can make all kinds of fun rainbows. Okay, so now I'm going to go along this side. And I'm not going to worry. If a little bit of the blue gets into my rainbow, that's okay. Because I want it to look kind of magical anyway. In fact, we're just going to go, that's going to be covered up anyway. I don't really need to concentrate on that. Let's go around this edge like so. And just kind of build that color up a little bit more. I like it lighter around the rainbow so it almost looks kind of magical. That's the whole theme of today, is magical. Melissa says the live with Lori was really good. Thank you so much. It was a good one. And like I said, as soon as I'm done here today, I will link to that. That way, anyone watching the replay, or if you come back later and you had a hard time finding it, it'll be right there for you. Okay, don't worry if it looks kind of ugly on the outside. That's going to get covered up. I am going to then just go kind of like around the edges here. And I am using a super light hand. I don't want my rainbow to be super perfect, if that makes sense. We want it to kind of have that moody, magical feel. There, that's kind of gently dulling those harsh lines. Let's take our cover and see what we think. Thank you, Allison. Thanks, Dawn. And that is looking pretty good. Now, I really don't like that little smudge there, but I do think that our dragon's going to cover it. So I'm probably not going to worry about it too much. I might try to fix it a little bit. I say that, and then I'm like, no, let's fix it. Let's just try to add a little bit more ink. That looks pretty good, I think. Looking good. Okay, I am going to go in with a little bit of night now. Would using a unicorn to make this for my granddaughter? Deborah wants to use a unicorn. Absolutely. There's even some cute unicorns in this stamp set. So now I'm going to go in with night, and again, really gently because night is really dark. And just a little bit. We'll double check and see how we think it's looking. I think it looks pretty good. All right, at this point, let me grab a paper pouncer real fast, an ink pouncer. Before we do any spatter, we are going to take some clouds and we are going to stencil, we're going to stencil them. But we're going to ink those clouds. And what I'm going to do, just in case this isn't totally dry, I never want to contaminate my white ink. So I like to just press it into like a glass work surface. And then I love these picket fence pouncers. This one actually picked up some blue color. I did wash it, so it should be fine, but it's just stained. And I like to create my clouds with this. It gives a really nice soft edge. Instead of doing that circular motion, we're just doing the pouncing motion. And we're gonna soften our background quite a bit. And that's just gonna add to the cloudy, magical feeling of this background. And I'm gonna go along the bottom here because that was really harsh and dark. There we go. Look how pretty and magical that's looking. Hello, Melody. And let's do a little bit more. And I like that. I think we'll leave it just as that. All right. And I love that they're contained. So if you get the colorful ones, it keeps the ink all contained. I have to say that's probably my favorite thing about those. They're so great that way. Okay, let's grab all of this now. I'm gonna move this out of the way for a minute. And we're gonna grab our spatter box. Trish says, never would have thought of making a rainbow that way. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna actually just put them together like so. Before I do that, hold on. This is exactly what I do too. We're just gonna go right along here. Whatever color, whatever blue is left on my ink blending. There we go. So I like to use a plastic box. This is just a inexpensive plastic box from discount store. I think mine is from Walmart, and I just rinse it out periodically. It obviously hasn't been rinsed out in a while. But I love it because I can just keep it clean that way. No cardboard. Now, I love the Frozen Fog Distress Mica Stain, but I don't want to spritz it because it'll just go everywhere. So if you want to do a little bit more of a controlled spatter with it, I like to put a little bit in my box, pick it up with a paintbrush, drop a bunch of stuff. No, that's not really one of the steps. I'm just kidding. And we're going to add some shimmery sparkle all over. We're also going to add some white gouache for a little bit of white spatter here, but we're going to do our sparkle first. And this gives you controlled, and that is with any of the Distress Mica stains. This is probably my favorite way to use them, just because it's a lot, even though it's not technically controlled, it's a more controlled application. Then, please don't forget to like, oh, thank you, Melody. She says, please don't forget to like the video. We're going to put a little white gouache. You could use white paint if you want to as well, but I love white gouache because it maintains that white color. And if anyone was worried, and I'm sure you weren't, I'm being silly. I said I lost my distress sprayer and my mini misters. I found them before I ordered them. Yay. That never happens. Usually I order them and then I find them. I am going to water down my gouache just a little bit. And then we're going to add some white to this as well. And I always like to start with my background. That way it can completely be drying, especially if it's something like this that needs dry time while we work on our coloring. Pretty. I love it. Okay. Allison said dropping a bunch of stuff is a key step in all of her crafting too. That makes me feel so much better because literally sometimes I feel like I just drop a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, awesome, Rochelle. Oh yeah, Shari has a good tip. She says she uses a box like this. Oh, thanks to me. Well, thank you, Shari. But she sometimes puts a piece of paper in the bottom. You know, sometimes I also put like a paper towel in the bottom to absorb stuff, and then I pitch it too. But that's a great tip. Shari puts a piece of paper down in the bottom, and then she can just throw it away. I like that. Kathleen says she stole that idea too. I love it. Okay, we're going to grab our Misty now. It all works, Donna says, yes. I just have a scrap. This is some 110-pound weight Neenah cardstock, and I actually like using this for coloring. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to stamp my little dragon holding his present. And I want to use an ink for alcohol marker coloring. And I like this. We're going to use a Hero Arts Intensified Black today. And this is not a super tiny image. I mean, it's pretty detailed, but I like to use the Misty. That way, if I need to stamp it more than once, and I'm sure I'm going to have to. I've never stamped this image before. It's easy to line up. Allison says she's a hot crafting mess always. I love it. That looks pretty good. I'm actually just going to leave my stamp in here just in case. You never know. Lots of plastic box thieves. Well, it's not thieves. Hey, when it works, it works. I felt like I was just constantly throwing away cardboard boxes that I was using, and they're not very pretty either. So there's that. All right, what color? What color? I think we want to do kind of a minty green type of dragon is what I think. Let me test my colors here real quick and see if I like them. This is what I thought I was going to use. I want to, oh, of course, I really need to fix these. I think this is going to be cute. Here, let's take this one that's dry. It kind of matches the minty green ray on this one, which I thought was fun. I think that's what we're going to do for our little dragon. This is totally just figuring it out on the go. Craft-a-lanches for the win. Oh my gosh, Yvonne, that is hilarious. I'm going to have to steal that craft-a-lanch. Oh my word, that's awesome. Oops, I wanted to leave that off. Okay, let's pull that one. I like that. Which color was this? 1.1? No, not that one. I lied. Okay, we're going to pull some purples as well. And I did not list any colors ahead of time because I wasn't exactly sure what we were going to use. So I'll add all of that information later as well. Let's pull one more green. I don't know. I don't know if I want that one or not. Yep, we're going to pull the darker one. Okay. Putting notes for colors you use to plan for my next Olo shopping. Oh, yay, Vivian. I love that dragon. Melody says, yes. Yvonne, what paper are you using for the coloring? I'm using Neenah 110-pound weight. I really love it, and I just find that I have really good results with it. Now, sometimes I kind of do the outline first, and then I blend out. Today, we're going to go in with a nice light. We're doing G0.1. We're just going to add some fun green color here. We'll work on adding in that detail here in a bit. Isn't he just the cutest? The critters in this stamp set are absolutely darling. I really want this stamp set, but it's, oh no. Yeah, you may have to save up. The pig that is in this stamp set, I thought would be super cute. I almost did that, but then I felt like doing the dragon. I thought it would be cute with the Mama Elephant barn. I don't know why, but I was really on this kick trying to see like what all kinds of scenes do I have that would be really cute with these images. Let's see. And this is going to be V1.1. We're going to kind of do a little purple and green action to get started. Oh, good. Marianne said she just got some of these and hasn't used them yet. Melody says when she has something go missing, she never finds it till she buys a new one. I usually don't. And I swear the place I looked, I thought for sure I had to look there. Apparently not, but yeah, that was lucky. I had everything, all the replacements already in my shopping cart as well. I was kind of mad because I had well, not super recently, I would say within the last year, replaced my distress sprayer because my original one didn't work very good anymore. And so I was really ticked at myself. But good news, it's all good now. We're going to concentrate on the dragon first. And you guys are getting complete the real-time coloring. So whatever it takes, it takes. I think we're going to do more of that here on Fridays. Everybody seems pretty cool with, you know, let's just see however long it takes to create the card. It takes is how long it takes, basically. I think I let somebody get into my head early on when I started doing lives like 2.5 years ago, whenever that was, and they really didn't like it and told me I should keep it at an hour. And I think I've let that stick in my head, and sometimes it just takes a little longer to put a card together, right? So we're just gonna kind of go just tracing out with our darker color. And this, oops, this is G1.7. Oh, Donna, thank you so much. Heidi says, yes, it takes what it takes. Don't listen to them. Danielle said, you know what? I know that, and I know better. But I got to tell you, sometimes isn't it weird the things that stick in your head and you're like, why? And I know lives aren't for everyone, and that's cool too. Real-time coloring helps me learn. Oh, awesome, Kate. That's perfect. Okay, now we're going to go in with G0.4. And you'll notice I am leaving the caps off the markers as I'm using them. That is a little different than what you might be used to. I find that you get better results with your markers because you're not constantly pulling the ink cap off, and when you do that, it helps pull the ink to the tip of the marker. Well, you don't want to do that too many times because it can draw the ink out. I've gotten into the habit of I just leave the cap off while I am coloring a certain area. Works really good. Plus, I'm not constantly taking the caps off and on. So this is our mid-tone color. We're just gonna soften all of those dark edges, basically. That's what I like to do here. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Oh, Donna, love you too, friend. Thank you. Kathleen says real time helps her know how long it takes. Yeah. Well, that is good. I'm glad that it's helpful. We just take our time. Coloring is one of those things that just can't really be rushed, I think. Shari, we really shouldn't listen to people. Thank you, Nicola. Yvonne, you're welcome. Oh, Amber, that's awesome. The other tip I have that I have been really trying to tell people lately, because this is something I do as well, not necessarily for card making, but sometimes other videos I watch, you can always click the gear button on the screen and you can watch it, the videos in super speed. And sometimes you guys just do it just for fun. I'll sound like a chipmunk. You can speed me up and I will sound, it'll go like, you can go 2 times the speed, which is hilarious. And I love when people laugh and you're listening to it in 2.0 speed because it sounds like chipmunks laughing. These are funny things that I find hilarious. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one. Usually it's if I have to go back and watch a video and I can't remember whatever it was I saw. And so I'll watch it on super speed. Oh, he's looking cute. I'm kind of digging him. Look at him. Super speed is a game changer, Shari said. Okay, who else watches things on super speed? Oh, Rascal George says hi. Hi, Patricia. Hello, Rascal George. Odin is sleeping. Oh, and Frank is sleeping under my desk in his same little spot. Amber, oh good, she watches in 2.0 speed and loves it. Okay, we're going to go in with our dark green color now. And I'm going to add, this little dragon has lots of detail. So these little spots here, I'm going to do nice and dark. I'm even going to go back in with my dark here, kind of on his nose. And his little spikes, I haven't decided. Yeah, we'll probably do those dark green. That works. And let's just do a little dark green right along here. These little spikes are so teeny tiny, you guys. So teeny tiny. Oh, I think I missed an area. And his little wing has a little spike. Oh my gosh, the detail. This little guy is so cute. I often will go back to where there will naturally be like where his head meets his neck. I like to do a little bit of dark there. Question, do you have advice for getting a smooth look on larger areas? The small spaces I can get, but the whole open spots, I have the brush nibs. Yes. Like I kind of feel like this is a big, the head and this, his like thigh are bigger open areas. Try not to use markers too far apart in your color. So like I used these 3 and you'll notice that I used my dark color sparingly. So that would be my tip, is to use your darkest color sparingly and use that mid-tone color the most. And go over it more than once if you need to, but don't oversaturate. So if you need to let that sit for a few minutes until that dries and then go back over it, do so, because if you oversaturate, it will bleed outside the line and you'll be mad. Yes, Tina says the shading really takes away the sharpness of the black outline. Absolutely. I'm even going to go back here with my purple. I'm going to add just a little bit more shading here. Just kind of each of these little belly sections. I think his little tummy is so cute. And then I love to add little dot detail to my critters. I'm not using my darkest color. I am using my mid-tone color. Am I zoomed in enough? Let's try zooming in just a little bit more so we can see what we're doing. There we go. And it's going to be pretty light and I don't do it all over. I just kind of go along the line a little bit. But I think it gives such character to cute little images. So we're just going to do this kind of here and there. Using a really light hand. Hi, Sylvia. Oh, thank you, Amber. Okay, I'm going to tell you, this dragon is inspired. Tiffany colored a dragon. Tiffany, if you're still here, you colored it with, did you color it with Prismacolors, or what colored pencil did you use? But I was completely inspired by a card Tiffany did. I loved it. And she used, I think it was a dragon, and she colored with these colors, and I thought, oh, that's so pretty. I haven't looked at it recently, so I might be kind of wrong on that, but this is what was stuck in my head when I chose colors. Okay, now I want to do the little insides of the ears. I'm going to pull out a couple of these red tones. I'm not exact. Oh, I need to do the tip of his tail, don't I? Oh yeah, I like this one. This is generally the color I pick. This is R0.1. Oh, and I missed something else. These images, I tend to find that I miss a lot. Okay, let's get these little spikes up here on top of his head. That nice dark green. There we go. And we need to do the little tip of his tail. Oh, thank you. Patricia says they make the critters look cuter. And we're going to just shade out that tip of his tail. I do try my best when I color these images to get everything at once, but I feel like I always miss something. Okay, the inside of his wing, also missed that. I wanted to do the kind of underside in that lavender. And that's very teeny tiny. And then I do like giving my critters little pink cheeks. So we're going to go in with the R2, and then we're going to kind of do this R1 0.1. Oh yeah, that's cute. I like it. All right, next, what do I want to color? I am going to just add a little bit of blue. I haven't even looked at the dye yet. There are coordinating dyes for this, so I'm not exactly sure. But let's just add a little blue down here. This was BV 2.6. What else we got in that color family, do we think? 2.3. That'll work. Those baby wings are so cute. Yes, he's a cutie. Donna said yes. Ooh, I like these. These kind of match those ink colors. So you guys will have to tell me if you like when I don't pre-plan the colors too much. I tried to do this completely live so you could see. Oh, I am just an inky mess. So you could really see kind of how I go about choosing and picking all of that kind of thing. All right. What color do we want to do his little horns? I don't know. We're going to come back to that. Sometimes when I'm not exactly sure, I'll work on other parts of the image, and then we'll come back and we'll figure out what we want to do. I know that I want to do some pinks for part of the present. These are violets. I kind of like that one. Let's see if we want to go this direction or not. Or if I want to go more the red violets instead of violet. Horns. Yeah, I'm going to come back to them, Kathleen. I like to take a little break sometimes. When I don't know what I want to do, I wait and I'll come back. Yeah, I want to use these. Just decided. All right. For our bow up here, we're going to do pink. Let's see, purple horns like the tummy, Nicholas said. Yeah. Pink horns, teal horns. I know, I can't decide. I kind of thought some yellows. I like yellows, but we'll see. This is exactly how I color most things. When I don't know what color I want to do, I will leave that section and then I'll just come back later. I think this is all the bow. Yeah, it is. And then this underside, I want to definitely do darker. We're going to do that first and then we'll add in. And I'm going to do this little flicking feathering with my marker for the bow. And I feel like our package needs to be striped, but not rainbow striped because we already have a rainbow in the sky and I think that's too much. So I do think I need to figure out a stripe combination. Shari's taking back her pink vote. I'm thinking yellows, and I'm thinking the yellows I want to use are my yellow oranges. Let's see if I like these. Like, I really like this one. Ooh, and that one. Yeah, I like these. I think I want yellow. Golden horns, yes. And maybe even this one if I need it. So I've got YO 2.2 and 2.3. Let's just go in and add. See, while I colored that bow, it came to me. I like a little bit of yellow. I feel like it just kind of, oh yeah, cute. I like it. And we're going to go in with a little bit darker. Is this one dark enough or do I need, oh yeah, this one is. And I'm just barely going to add a little detail. I'm not even going to really blend it out with YO 2.5. There we go. I do like that. Too much rainbow, shocker. Well, it's not too much rainbow. I just think it'll take away from the background, but I do want to do some sort of a stripe. I just haven't decided what stripe I want to do. Okay. Let's see. Perfect. On the same page, Pat says, and she thought yellow. Yay! Okay, let me look and see. Oh, I like the suggestion of the tag yellow too. I think we're going to do that right now as I'm trying to figure out what color coming. I want to just do a 2-color. I think we're going to do an aqua. It's kind of where I'm leaning. I just don't want it to be too close in color to my dragon. We may swatch out a couple colors and see what I think. Golden horns, yeah. Yep, Donna says aqua. Yay! Donna's thinking what I'm thinking. Yay. Hi, Donna. All right, I like it. That looks good. So I am going to pull my favorite aquas out and see what I think. Oh no, I like it. Yep, we're going to do aqua. Let me see really quick though. Do I want to pull anything darker into that? Oh, we might. Yellow horns are cute. Yay, I'm glad you like them. All right, we're gonna go aqua here, and we may even pull in some red, even though I didn't really use red on my card, but we'll see. Let's start with our aqua stripes first. I feel like aqua's always a good idea, and I really feel like his little tummy area up here, I did not color enough. So we're gonna fix that since we're there. Been sewing away, gotta get back to your cards, Donna said. Oh, I love it. I wish I was sewing away. I have some things I need to sew. So we're just going to do our little stripes. Anyone have a super opinion about what the other color would be? Sometimes I think I like yellow with the aqua, but we have some yellow going on here. I could do pink. I could do pink stripes, just like the bow. That would probably be cute. What's everybody think? While I'm working on these, you let me know. So I'm putting my base color down of, this is BG 2.4. Whoops, and I totally have those out of the frame. Meant to keep those right there. And then I've got BG 2.7, which is my darkest, my dark, and it is really dark. So I'm just going to very, very lightly pull that kind of from the top and the bottom. And then we're going to blend it out. So I'm going to do a couple at a time and then blend. And that's going to add a nice little bit of shading, but not too much. Especially for such a small little area. Let's add a little bit here. Especially where his little face is meeting that package. I think that little shading will look good. Let's see, pale pink, a lighter pink, paler pink, pink like the bow, pink or purple. I'm thinking pink or purple too. I definitely think we need more of that. And we're just gonna lightly feather in our dark color. Our dark color also would be really cute, kind of alternated here, if you wanted to do more of a tone on tone. Kind of wish I'd done the pale pink first now, to be honest, but I did not, so we're gonna go with it. Oh, I missed a spot. Cute, cute. Okay, I like that. Let me see. See what pale, I like the little, like kind of the same vibe. Oh yeah. What do you guys think? We're just going for it. This is RV 0.1. I liked the paler pink suggestion. So we're just gonna go in and do it. And I'm not going to worry. There is a little aqua in some of these stripes, but I'm just not going to worry about it. What do we think? Pale teal. I'd leave it white. I do like a monotone light blue. But as you can see, I went ahead and went my own way. Well, there were several suggestions. There's no right or wrong. Right, everybody? Just do what you love. And then this is my lighter color for the bow, but we're going to use it for our shading here. And then we're going to do the box in the aquas. I think that'll be a nice break between the bow and the rest of the package. Shari just said what I said. There's no right or wrong answer. Yes, totally. You do you, right? Well, I'll just use Tim's phrase. We're just going to blend that out. Oh, I like it. And it's nice and soft, so I don't think it's too overpowering. Okay, let's do the top of our box, and then let's die cut it so we can start putting the rest of our card together. And this time I am going in with my dark color first. And then we're going to blend out with our lighter color. Just go around those edges. I may even pull in the lightest. So we're just going to go right over the line we just did with the dark color. Kind of leaving the center white for now. And that blurs out the harsh dark line that we just put in, but that dark line really helps. Somebody said earlier that when you start adding the color and the shading, it almost blurs out the black outline, and I agree. So now we have a little BG 2.1, and I'm going to do that here in the center. I may have to pull a little bit more of my mid-tone color into that. We'll wait just a second. Okay, real quick. I got my white jelly roll pen. I also have a black one. We're going to save that for just a minute. I'm going to add in some little white highlights, spots, just kind of filling in, adding some more detail to our cutie pie little dragon. This is completely random. But when I just said that, my oldest, who is, I'm in denial about how old he is, in his 20s, he used to love dragon tails when he was little. Does anyone else have kids that liked dragon tails or grandkids? Oh, I don't know why. I'm going to have to tell him that. He's going to laugh when I tell him that that's what this reminded me of. Okay. I need to shade that out a little bit more because that was too light. Oh yeah, that looks better. Love the present. What if you used a ruler and put a fine pink pinstripe? Oh, well, we're too far past that now, Jane. That's a cute idea. That would be really cute. All right, and then we're going to add in a little highlight here. Like so. Okay, that looks pretty good. I love it. My son liked dragon tails. Robin said, thank you. Kim said, or KM Miller, my son is going to be 35, but and do not remember dragon tails. Okay, so there must have been a window there for the dragon tails. That's funny. Okay. Oh, that was my stamp set I needed. Let's zoom back out just a tiny bit. I just remember, and it was when he was little, like his sister was a baby. And I didn't even have the one that's graduating now. He would sit in bed with me and watch it. It was so cute. That's a fun memory. So we're going to use some wire snips and grab this. Now, there is a die in here. What is this for? Where's my stamp set? Let's look. Oh, it must be these little squiggles. Don't leave that in. You'll be super sad when you die cut your cute shape and that die cuts out. Ask me how I know. It didn't happen obviously on this one because I've not used it. Amber, I don't think so. I know the theme song, but I'm not singing it. I can't remember what channel it was even on. It's just a funny memory. And I don't know why this totally gives me Dragon Tail vibes, but they were all super bright and colorful. Oh, yay! Bonnie says her daughter's 29 and love Dragon Tails. Okay, so there must be a little window between the 30s and the kids in the 20s. Oh, well, Nicola, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, if you've never watched me color one of these before, after I have die cut, I don't mind doing the white highlights ahead of time, but I love when there is something that has eyes to do it after I die cut. And the reason being is I use this black jelly roll pen and I think it gets smashed in the rollers of the die cutter. So I like to do it after I die cut. So we're going to go in and just add in the eyes. And I know it's such a small thing, but I think it makes the little face so cute. Oh my word, he's just the cutest little dragon. Shari said, PBS. It was PBS. Thanks, Shari. Shari's looking things up for all of us. Okay. It's starting to come together, friends. What do we think? Let me grab all of the markers and let's get that out of the way for just 1 second, because I need to list those in the description. And we need a sentiment. So I got stuff everywhere, as always. It comes to this portion of the program and I can't remember where I put anything. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, it was on PBS. Thank you everybody. I don't know that it was super popular. He just loved it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like if you say Barney and people know what that was, even though I did not like that one. But then he went kind of from that, and then he loved everything Thomas the Train. He was my train kid. He loved Thomas the Train. And then the one graduating high school, he liked Disney Channel shows, but his favorite movie for like years was Cars. The Disney animated Cars. He loved that. He would watch it over and over. Okay, I am not going to attach anything quite yet, but I want to look at it so that I can figure out where we want to place our greeting. And I feel like right here is perfect. I am choosing wishing you the happiest birthday. And let me grab a powder tool real fast. Oh, I didn't get the powder tool. Come on, Nicole. Sesame Street too. Yes. Oh, that's what my youngest liked. He liked Elmo. Actually, all of my kids liked Elmo. Okay, we're going to do a nice little powder. We're going to set this right here out of the way. That's a lot of powder. I don't want that to move. I'm going to use an embossing ink. And the other reason I hold off on doing this step, we colored for quite a while. I like to wait and let my backgrounds air dry rather than heat dry them. I just feel like I get better results that way. And you don't want your embossing powder sticking to anything else. You want it only sticking to what we just stamped. Allison says Cars is a family favorite. Yes, I did love it. I still know all the lines, and I bet you I haven't seen it in years. And I just love a bold white sentiment on a dark blue background. I do. Okay. Time to kind of pull it all together. Oh, and I need to ink my moon, don't I? Let's do that real fast. I can still sing Tom. Oh, I can too. I can too, but no one wants me to sing it, I promise. I am going to use butter and honey for the moon. I just really went all in on custom coloring everything today. So we're going to add the butter color first. And then we're going to add a little honey just around the edges for some nice shading. It's pretty quick and easy. Oh, cute, cute. All right. Now we can put it all together. Oh, thank you, Rochelle. So before I attach anything, I do want to kind of double check. And this is where we can take all of our cute little clouds and such. And I want it to kind of look like he's standing here in the clouds. That adds to that magical feel. And we are going to pop him up. And we're going to have our moon tucked into there. I think that one can kind of, or do I like this end better? Just play around with them. Oh, yep, like that. Knock everything out of the way. That's always fun. And I do kind of like the idea of tucking them in. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let me grab some foam squares. Oh, thank you. Yvonne loves this card so much. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'm just going to move things out of the way a tiny bit. I am going to leave that one right there. Because if you want to make this a shaker, I have used this panel as a shaker before. Acetate on the back of this is great. I would probably do a flat shaker. It's kind of hard to position your foam underneath all the star cutouts. I'm actually just gluing it straight to my background today. And we're going to use the glue press. And we're going to pop it right onto the background. And I'm just going to leave that one right there. And that glue that's there should attach that perfect. Okay. Now, let's flip this guy over and get some foam. Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad you are liking it. It was really fun to play with this stamp set. I should have asked this earlier. Who is going to Simon Says Stamp Create next weekend? Let me know in the comments. You're going to have a great time. Miss Shari will be there for Lawn Fawn. All of the foam squares. I feel like my house, does anyone else find these all over the place? I know I've asked that before. All the time. I find them all over my house at all times. Okay, I think I like him right about there. I'm not going to press too hard yet. We are going to glue our little moon down. Yep. I think that'll just stick. And then we're going to pop this one up. Craft droppings. Oh my gosh. Shari's husband calls these craft droppings, which is kind of funny. Tell Matt that's funny. The stamp set is darling, but it's the way you circled and did the rainbow that sets it apart. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you. I love to find ways to just kind of take something and, you know, kick it up a notch, right? That's my favorite thing to do. All right, we do want to, how did I want to do these little clouds down here? I feel like, yes. Sometimes I talk to myself even when I'm live, as I'm thinking. They do cling to everything. Also found them in my sheets one morning too, so it was the crafter math of that crafting session apparently. I kind of want to tuck that one. Yes, that's what we're going to do. And I am just going to stick some liquid adhesive on that. If we squish it down enough, it should be good. Okay. Hello, Penny. Michelle says you seem to know the answers when you talk to yourself. Michelle, now, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because that might be considered bad if I'm answering myself. All right, I for sure think we need like a little heart and maybe some little star embellishments. embellishments. Gosh, can I talk? No. Sure can't. Let's see what we have here. I'm just pulling all of the things. We're going to have a mess because I forgot to pull embellishments. So I got some little itty bitty stars. They're my favorite. I have clear hearts, but I also have these little navy ones. Kind of like the little dark ones. Let's do that. Let's do a couple of those. We're going to do those stars, and I also have some bigger ones. Let's see what we want to do here. All right. I'm going to get my embellishment wand. And we're going to use the glue press. I've been using the glue press to glue everything down. I love my little glue press. Now, I think we want to do our hearts up here. We're going to do one. I do not have a good source for these, so I've had them. They are from Lucy's Little Things, and she recently decided not to keep going. So I hope somebody else will come out with all these little hearts because I love them. If anyone knows where to get them, tell me. Rochelle says she has full conversations with herself, so it can't be bad. See, this is why you guys are my people. I forgot my triangle trays, and I'm not going to go get them. I've got some big and some small little silver stars. I think that they just add fun little sparklies. I'm all about the little sparklies. And we're going to add them just kind of here and there, wherever the mood strikes. Oh yeah, that was way more stars than I thought. I knew it was going to be. Always. Dang it. All right. I find embellishments all over the house. Yes, you are my kind of people, Michelle. I love it. She says, especially when you're watching when you're supposed to be working. I love it. Oh, you guys, I haven't created like a little magical-y scene in quite some time. This was really fun. And there we go. A magical little birthday scene card, complete with a custom rainbow and fun coloring with Olo markers. All right, did I miss anybody's questions as I was kind of finishing this up and talking to myself? Talking to myself, but I'm actually live. That's kind of a scary thing. Because, hi, everyone. So what I wanted to mention, where's my stamp set? I did the dragon, as we talked about, but there are so many cute images on here. Here, I'm going to flip it around. I want to show you guys, because what I was thinking was, I think this little pig would be the cutest in a little barnyard scene. I think the little bear with a beehive would be darling. These are all things I considered before I went with this one. The panda, so cute. And then these little unicorns, how adorable are they? There's not a bad image in the bunch. So sweet and so cute. Let's see. Barbara, thank you. She says to try Queen & Co. for the little hearts. They have a package. Well, I will definitely check that out. I mean, I probably don't need any, but I absolutely love those hearts. And I'm a little bit worried about when I run out of some of my favorite colors, how I'm supposed to restock them. Let's see. Is it Saralyn? Did I say that right? She says, an only child and always talk to myself. That's hilarious. Oh, Trinity stamps. Oh yeah, Trinity does have some. In fact, some of these aren't. I know they had clear, white, red, I think. Yes, that's a good one too. Thank you. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today for this cute little magical birthday card. Thank you for spending an hour and a half of your Friday with me. I hope you enjoyed the journey, and I will link to the interview and demonstration with Lori Craig in the description of this video, and I will update also with the marker colors I used. So if you're watching this later and you want to come back and you don't want to have to watch the actual coloring, you would just like the list, that will be there as well. Let's see. I am going to double check for any other questions. I think I got them all. If you have any questions once this live is over, drop them down in the comments and we will get them answered. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I did not schedule a live for next week. I'll let you know if that changes, just because I think we're probably getting ready for graduation. So we might just be taking that week off, and then I'll be back the next week. And if you are here that next week, that next weekend, the weekend of the 17th, 18th, that is the Spellbinders Weekender event. So anybody who signed up for that, I cannot wait for that event. It'll be super, super fun. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. The supplies used in today's video are listed and linked below the video here on YouTube. Here is another project that you might be interested in. Please remember to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to never miss a new live video. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we'll catch you next time.